Alright then, so today we're down at Newbridge Lakes again. I've not been here in a while. Today we're down on Harrif Lake. I've not fished this lake in absolutely years because usually I fish Skeklin, which is just over there, but it's quite busy today. So we've jumped on Harrif. I've already got a bit of bait out. We're just fishing behind me in this middle bit in between the two islands. So we've already got a bit of bait out and there's already a couple of fish sort of jumping about over the spots. So we're going to get the rods ready and get them out and hopefully we can pinch a few bites. Alright, so basically we've got the rods out and we've just set the bivvy up, so that's where I'm sat now. And just as I was basically setting the bivvy up, I got a take. It was only a small carp of about a pound or so, but we're already off to a good start, so hopefully we can keep getting a few bites and work our way through the small ones. And yeah, maybe we can get a bigger one. Now we are on Harrif today, and Harrif does have a bigger stock of smaller fish. There are a few bigger ones in here. I think they go up to about £18, so if we can get into some of those bigger ones that'd be really nice, but for now we're just working our way through the smaller ones. It's sort of also down to the bait that I'm using. I'm again on the bread and sweet corn mix, which is you know, it does tend to target the smaller fish because it's more particly and stuff like that. But hopefully, you know, sort of using these pack bait tactics and stuff, we can get some of these bigger ones. I will be chopping and changing my up baits because at the moment I'm just on smaller ones. At the moment we're using a what is it, a sort of washed out yellow Northern Special Mini on our low pop up rig, and then we've got a bottom bait rig with a cell dumbbell hooker on there. So the one that went earlier was the pop up. No surprise, that rig does me all the time. So in fact I did have a take on the cell dumbbell hooker as well, but didn't hook into that one. So yeah, but we've just recast both rods out and put a bit more bait on the spot. So yeah, fingers crossed to get a few more bites. Alright, well, it stopped doing it now, but I've literally just had to recast my right hand rod. I've just had a fish. It was just another little one of about a pound or so. So just not got out of the film, I just unhooked him and got him straight back. I'll only sort of film the bigger ones. Don't really want to film all the little ones today. I mean, if we don't catch anything else I will have to film a few of the little ones obviously, but yeah, I've literally just casted it back out and it was stuck. There we go, straight back on it again. So all these little liners, it's just because I'm basically using a pack bait. So this is the mix that I've been using, and it's literally just the same mix as last time. It's just blended up breadcrumb and a bit of sweet corn in there. So I'm just packing that around my lead like pack bait and then dropping it out onto the same spot. I've swapped over the left hand rod to a hinge stiff rig with a little trimmed down white Scopex pop up on, and I'm just sort of casting that about, see if I can pinch a bite from a bit of a bigger fish. But yeah, so I have to keep getting sort of all these little liners and little twitches and that. It's sort of calmed down now, but a minute ago before I started filming it was going crazy. Obviously fish have been feeding on that pack bait around the lead and knocking into my line and stuff. So yeah, hopefully we can get a few more fish. Here we are, so we're in again. It's already out in front of us. Just another little one again. Where's he gone? There he is.
It's not worth taking a chance, is it?
Right, third one of the session. He's an angry little bugger. There he is. They've all been about this size, so yeah, he's getting back. All I do is just take the pack bait, pack it around my lead a bit, and I take the hook bait, and just make sure that it's in a sort of position where there's no, you know, bits of corn or anything that are gonna get nicked on the hook. And then we just take a little bit extra and just gently pack it down over the top, pack it all together, and then we've got a nice perfect presentation. Pack bait, cast it out, and yeah, sorted. So the liners have just kicked off on this rod as well. We've had a few in the last couple of minutes. Got a bite on there, one of the rods. It's only another little one there, so taking it. Back in the camera in a minute. I've got one in the net. It's a little bit bigger than all the others we've had today. Right. So I think this is steady on. Bloody chill out. Anyway, so I think this is the first one we had. This was on the bottom bait rod, on the pack bait with the cell hooker, and then here's the one we've just had, slightly bigger, on the bread, on the prototype. So yeah, absolutely banging. Right, let's get these guys back. Right, well that was an intense sort of hour or so. Basically we'd sort of given up a bit on the bottom bait fishing, because I got the prototype out now. I keep talking about this prototype, I can't show you in this video because it's something I'm working on for the business, but basically I've built a prototype rod and I've been testing it today. I don't know how much was caught on camera, but we caught a sort of decent sized roach, about half a pound, which is nice. I don't really fish for sort of silvers and stuff like that, so getting liners. Yeah, so as I was saying, we just casted the rods back out because it was absolute mayhem. I had one on the bottom bait, on the pack bait, in the midst of trying to catch some fish on the bread in this margin down here. Bought about a quarter of a loaf of bread with me, just you know, basically to test the prototype, just free lining little bits of bread in the margin, and we hooked into one after we had the roach, but that came off, and then I'd pretty much exhausted all my bread supply. I had one sort of hook bait's worth left, but we dropped that in and then we hooked into one and we landed it, and so then basically we had two in the net, nice little double bubble sort of thing. So yeah, we've just put the rods back out and I've put the prototype away. I've got no more bread now. I might try fishing something else later. I've got a few other little bits and bobs with me, but yeah, so that's basically where we stand. I'm going to have a bit of a rest for now because it's quite warm, and we've just got the rods back out. It's just been quite intense really. So yeah, but we've had now 5 carp, I think, sort of biggest being about £2 or so. They're not very big in here. There are a few big ones, but most of the stock is sort of quite small, small sort of coarse fishing carp, I guess, you know, a little smaller ones, sort of £1-2, that kind of thing. I have still got the pop-up out, so we can hopefully try and get into a bit of a bigger one, but I'm a bit sceptical. I've had nothing on that all day. It's all been on the pack bait, and then obviously we've had them fish on the prototype. So yeah, it's been quite a good session so far, so fingers crossed to get some more bites. Oh, no way! Oh. So much faffing with the camera, that. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. We just had a take, biggest one of the session. Just seeing the fish, and it was a little bit bigger than everything else I've had today, but it's just stuck pulled. So that's unfortunate, but we're going to get it back out and hopefully we can get another one. How did you take that? Because you're not even that big. That fucking upbait's massive. How did you do that? Oh, actually, a bit bigger than I thought. Yes. Oh. There we go. And then, next one. Here we go, biggest one of the session so far. Nice common of maybe about £4 or so. Calm down. Like we said, they're not very big in here, but it's decent for today. We've caught quite a couple, so see if we can get a few more. Let's put it back. Alright, so we've got the rods back out. We've changed them over now, so the right hander is a citrus cultured bottom bait, which is what the last one fell to, which has been the biggest fish we've had this session so far. And then the left hander is the cell dumbbell hooker with the pack bait on it. It's basically just been baiting up little and often, obviously pack baiting the left hand rod. Still fishing out in the middle there, in between the two islands. I've got my left hander just on this point of the tree there, and then the right hander's just sort of in the middle. And then we've just been baiting up little and often with small little balls of the bread and sweet corn mix. We've been getting loads of liners, and I've literally just had about 3 missed takes from the right hander on that citrus bottom bait. It is quite a big bait. See, there we go again, another liner. Yeah, as I was saying, it's quite a big bait and quite a big rig. I mean, I'm using a size 6 claw with a really long hair on it, and I think these sort of smaller fish are picking up the bait. I don't know how they're managing it to do it, but they're obviously picking up the bait but not quite getting the hook in the mouth. And then they take the bait but it doesn't hook properly. And then every time I pick up the rod it just hook pulls. Obviously fishing the citrus bottom bait has produced a bigger bite, which is what I hoped for. Tried the Scopex pop-ups this morning thinking that might also help, but that didn't really do anything, so switched over to the citrus bottom bait, and that's what's produced the bigger fish. But I just think these little fish are a bit thingy. There it goes again. So yeah, we'll see anyway, but we're going to keep fishing. We've not got a lot of pack bait left, so once that's out we're probably just going to have to switch to maybe zigs, because it's quite high pressure and it's really hot today. I mean, I did have a few feeding on the surface just in the margin down there when I caught one on the prototype, but that was a few hours ago now. So, but yeah, we'll see, and if not, then we'll just have to single hook bait fish with pop-ups, won't we? So that's basically what's been happening so far. Oh, no way. Oh, right, never mind, we're going anyway. Right, well that's a fucking disaster. Right, well that's been an absolute disaster. Basically what's just happened is there's been about, since last fish about 1 o'clock-ish, absolutely nothing. We've had less than a handful of liners, seen nothing show. I've been trying zigs and all sorts, and it's not paid off. And then all of a sudden, me bottom rod with the pack bait's gone. The little cell dumbbell hooker that went, but we had a hook pull as soon as we struck into it. And then basically what I'd done is I'd put the citrus bottom bait just in this margin out in front of me. I mean, I've used all my bait now, so then I emptied my bucket, and then I noticed loads of clouded up water right in front of my peg. So I thought, I'll just drop a little bait in the margin, see if that goes. And I've just started to pack away, and then all of a sudden it rips off. I get this massive angry take. This fish kites me all over my swim, and then right when I get it under control and I start filming, it just hook pulls. So unfortunately we've lost that one. We're just going to pack away now and go. I've used all my bait and I can't be bothered to faff around tying up a load more zigs and stuff and fishing with single hook baits. It's not going to work, I don't think, so I'm just going to pack up and leave for today. We have caught a lot of fish today, so it's been quite a fun day, even if they haven't been that big. You know, biggest was about £4, but it's still been quite fun. So yeah, so I'm going to get packed away. That's the end of today's session, but it's been a good day. I've never fished on Harrif. Well, I have fished on Harrif before, but not for a very long time. Like, I started out fishing here. You know, when you first start out carp fishing, you tend to start fishing for sort of smaller fish and stuff. So this is where we came. This is our local venue, is Newbridge, and normally we fish on Skecklin, which is just behind me, but it's quite full today, so I thought I'll just come and see if I can get a few bites on Harrif. So yeah, it's been a really good day. I've very enjoyed it. So we're going to pack away now and leave.